And so I took 2 years off and I was a missionary for my church. And I ended up going to Japan. So, going to Japan, I had to learn Japanese. And then I fell in love with the Japanese culture and the Japanese language itself. And that was really the foray into me starting to live in another country and seeing how the natives live and recognizing that, at first when you go to a country, you all travel so much, this, but you go to a country and there's like this honeymoon period and everything. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is so nice. And look how much more clean this is than where I live or, all these things are beautiful. And then you live there for like 3 to 6 months. All of a sudden you start to see, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into, and you see the natural side. You think, well, they do this backwards and they're just this. And then by the time you get to a year, then all of a sudden it's kind of evened out. And then you realize, oh, there's beauty all over the place. And what you need to do is try to figure out how you put those different pieces together. So that was my foray into living internationally, understanding how the people who lived in my house felt. Okay. Right. So it's all of a sudden being the minority, okay, in a place and seeing how that had positives and a lot of negatives to it, And so that helped me have more sympathy to other people who feel like they're in those types of situations. But the other thing that came from the Japanese was this idea of consensus building. And because I was thinking, Tokyo, 35 million people, how do they living in these rabbit hutches, right on top of each other, paper thin walls, how can they get along so well? And then I got thinking about it. Well, everything in Japan is about consensus building. It's about, doing your part to make sure that the whole is much better.